What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? We see we got here Marvin from Marvin Sports and Life, episode 74. This thing is on the move, the movement to keep growing and keep growing and keep growing. I got a special guest here, Mr. Dante Jackson. Man, me and Dante go back. Um, if you guys are coming on in, you hit that like, hit that share button. We're gonna give it a few seconds to let everybody come on in. Give it a few seconds, let everybody come on in. Hey, if you ain't here, just don't watch it. Make sure you share it, tell a friend, and we'll keep this thing going.
Oh man,
Uh, man, what's going on with you, Dante? How you feeling, brother?
man, we finally got on this thing. It took some time getting here, but we here now,
Hey, we got it. Hey, it's called technology, brother. It's something else, man.
man. Yeah, I
So
feel.
as you guys can see what the title says, it says Chef Jac. You guys know us from the Bowman, Orangeburg County area. We know Miss Dante. So and we also want to thank him. We're gonna salute him, thank him for being a veteran. We set this up. This is Veteran Month. We're not gonna call it a day. We're gonna call this Veteran Month. So I want to have a veteran on here who could tell us his experience and how he transitioned into being a cook, as you guys see in the description above. So Dante, let's tell the people who is Dante and where is he from. We're gonna start from the beginning.
First of all, you call me a cook, and Mike said chef. So we're gonna
Chef,
yeah
chef.
top. So yeah, but I'm from Bowman, South Carolina.
Hold on. Hey, your mic got a lot of feedback just now.
Uh, I'm from Bowman, South Carolina. How that sound? I guess.
It's giving a computer. It's giving like computer vibe. I don't know what it's got going on.
I don't know what to tell you, man. Can you hear me now?
Uh-uh.
Yeah,
I
let me.
don't know.
Shit, man. We live right now. See, this is the part out. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to tell you, man. Is it my voice? You want to drink some water or what, bro?
Hold on. Let's give it a second. Let me see what it sounds like on Facebook. I don't know why is it sounding like that. Okay, you good. You good. You good.
Okay,
You
got
good. All right. Okay, so that's start from the beginning. We had no technical difficulties, so let's start from the beginning.
you. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'm from Bowman, South Carolina. I went to school with Marvin in elementary school. Uh, Played football.
Mhm.
Just a typical guy from Bowman, man. I don't do that
Okay.
for bro, but
Ah,
go on.
hey. I ain't gonna let you. I ain't gonna let you do that to yourself, man. Let me tell you about. Let me tell you, we laugh about it be the funniest things. For those who went to Bowman with us, I'll never forget this, Dante. You probably remember the grade. It was probably third, because I came to Bowman in third grade.
Yeah,
So it might be third or fourth grade. I remember when, now I might get them mixed up. You can help me out.
go ahead.
You and your brother, y'all came to school. One of y'all had the Jerry Stackhouses and one of y'all had the Grand Hills. Now, I don't know who had which, but bro, I remember it's amazing as kids, but that was such a big deal. Like, when them boy got the
Yeah,
Jerry Stackhouses and the Grand Hills.
yeah. It was about sneakers back in the days. You know that,
Yeah,
man.
so you definitely was on it. So you was the guy from Bowman, but we're gonna start off. So you was born and raised in Bowman, or what's the scenario?
Born and raised in Bowman. My mother, she's from Atlanta. They actually moved back. They moved to South Carolina back in the early '80s, like '81 or so.
Okay,
Me and my brother, we came about like '85, '86. So that's why we from Atlanta. Our roots from Atlanta, but we're born and raised in Bowman. So
bro, I never knew that.
yeah,
That's why I love
yeah.
this episode.
My brother, he's actually the first. Quentin Jackson. He's the first one from South Carolina born here. I'm second. So yeah.
Okay. So it's just y'all two, or you got other siblings?
There's a few more. We're gonna keep it at that right now.
Okay, I got you. No respect. Okay, so you're born and raised in Bowman. Good life. So how was? I know you said we were talking Bowman elementary. So if anybody had to ask, what would you think people say? How was Dante as a child? When I say child, I'm talking about like Like before school, were you a good kid, an active kid? What would you say?
I mean, I was probably a terrible child, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was terrible. Like I used to get suspended like from fourth to fifth grade. Like that was like an ongoing thing, bro.
Uh-huh.
It was trouble child, man. I mean, it wasn't nobody's fault. It was just me being active or
Okay.
just I don't know what you want to call it, but it was just me being a child, being a child. It was what it was. But as I got older, whatever I understood, I started playing football and
Yep.
kind of you start acting out in school or whatever. You got to deal
Yep.
with the coach after practice, so you learn how to get in line real quick. So, when I started getting in the middle school and playing football and everything, I kind of got my attitude together and kind of
Okay.
focused and try to be a better person and player and everything in between. So,
Okay, you did. Man, because even as a kid, man, I'm trying to think, bro, you was a stocky elementary kid. You was always thought you always had what I call an athletic football build. Because I remember back in the day, we was playing Killer Man in
yeah,
recess.
yeah. No, Dante is the man now. Dante shoot.
Not-
That boy, he was big and fast, boy. He was
shout,
big and fast. Dante
shout
shoot,
out Don Tree.
man. Yeah. Yeah, but Killer Man, it was a good time, man.
Uh-huh.
It teach you how to get roast the dirt on the moons, man. Just keep
Oh
going.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, for
You know?
sure.
But I weighed 235 pounds in the 8th grade, man. So yeah, I always was a bigger kid back in the
Yeah.
day. You know what I mean? So
But you always cut. So how? Because see, by fifth grade, I left Bowman. So how
mm.
would you consider your? Because in middle school we actually played against each other. Because I
I know
played
you
for Clark.
remember. I know you remember. I know you remember now. Don't forget that. Don't remember. You remember that game? Did you play for Clark A or B? Correct me if
I
I'm
played for Clark A.
wrong. I broke out on y'all. That was my breakout game on y'all, boy.
Hey, we won though.
Y'all won. Don't get me wrong, but y'all won that game. But yeah,
Yeah.
got you, man.
Okay. So so one thing about Bowman is so I left I remember playing each other in middle school. So how would you describe? Because I want to start, but even before the recruiting process. So you're playing high school at Bowman. How would you describe your high school experience?
Um, it was checkered, man. Within 4 years we had 3 head coaches,
Wow.
man. Yeah, so like once you start a program, it ended, and you got to start a whole new joint. So we caught a real bad range when it came to Bowman, when it came to football or whatever. So um, my junior year, my freshman and sophomore year, we had Coach Sammy Pugh, RIP, man. I love that coach to death. I love him to death, man. He
Yeah.
he's a great coach, man. He let me play fullback my freshman and sophomore year, man. Great
Okay.
coach. So Coach Johnson too, man. He was my running back coach. Troy Johnson. He's my running
Okay.
back coach. He was amazing. He used to work me out, man. He made sure it wasn't easy for me. Every day he made it a challenge. So but I appreciate those years I played with those guys and do that in the mix of it. So yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes we need it. So I got a question. So do you feel as though even with your side, because you actually, because we know we will play ball, you actually have the build of I'm gonna say a Division I linebacker, Division I fullback. So do you think that if you actually had a consistent good coach all 4 years, that you probably went on to the next level to play ball?
I mean, if it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. But
Yeah.
sky's the limit, man. At that time, if you tied into a program, if you built into a program, if you all in on a program, you
Uh-huh.
give you all as a player and everything that you got. Like what I mean, some people play hurt because they built into that program.
Correct.
Because,
Correct.
but I mean, I'm not saying to play hurt this and that. Third. It's just if you all keyed in, sky's the limits, man. It just being that we switch programs every year or every other year, it was
You're right.
hard to lock into what was what, man. So
You're right.
and that's when I played. I had intentions of going in the NFL. I'm not going to
Mhm.
say I was the best player on the team, but that's what was my goal. I wanted to make it to the NFL to be that. That was what I was keen into. I never
Okay.
thought about going in the military, going to be a chef, but
Okay.
that's later
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Right. So at one point, so you at high school, you in high school, you're doing your thing, you're playing ball, just living a high school life. At what point do you say, you know what? I think this army, I think going to the military might be an option. At what point did you start to really consider the military being an option?
Hey, this will get a little funky, man.
Okay,
Like the, I actually went in the military in my junior year in high school. Yeah, I was in 11th grade, and to be honest with you, I really ain't talk about it much. But like I said, we switched coaches our junior year in high school, and there was a selfish move that I made. Is I actually quit the team because they wanted to take me out the backfield and put me on the line.
okay,
It was a selfish move. Don't get me wrong. I still regret it to this day.
okay.
But it took me out of the mainframe of football completely. It was not something that I wanted to do anymore because it took everything out of me, man. To be honest with you. But
Wow.
you know, I got some bad information from a friend of both of ours.
Okay.
His name is Wilmot Berry. He told me that you know, it's a summer program that you could go to, man. You know, you can make a couple $1,000 over the summer, man. You know, summer camp type shit. It's tough
Yeah.
because so I said, give me the dude number, and I got his number. Spoke to him, and he said, "I'll meet you at the high school tomorrow." So he came to the high school, and I see the dude popped up with a whole army uniform on,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, "Okay." He said, "I'm so and so. I'm the guy you talked to on the phone the other day." He's like, I said, "This is military. I talked to you about summer camp. I ain't talking about no military."
Uh-huh.
And we had a discussion of whatever we talked, and I said, "Just give me a day or two to think about it. I'm discuss with my mother or whatever." And
Uh-huh.
I asked my mother if she was cool with she signed off on me going in the military early as a 17-year-old instead of being 18 years old.
Yeah.
She kind of thought on it, and I thought on it too. And within 2 days, I made a decision. I called the guy back, or the recruiter back, and I told him that I'll do it. I'm ready to go. And we went up to, we made the decision. I signed in, did my oath, put my hand up and everything. The MEPS part, like your physical fitness part, everything in between. And I joined the army on accident. It was kind of
So,
accident between.
bro, wait a minute. I'm not gonna lie, bro. My mind just said,
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Go ahead, ask the question again
so
if you need to.
so 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 what you thought was a camp, pretty much a paid camp, which they have a lot of those things. That
Yeah.
was a paid camp.
Hmm.
Ended up being a recruiter, and prior to this, you had no prior thoughts of the military.
I never even took ROTC in high school, bro. Never,
Okay,
never.
so you call the man for a camp. He comes there and say, "Surprise! I'm a recruiter." Of course, you guys know. Of course, I'm being fictional about it, but he said, well, pretty much, it is a surprise. I'm a recruiter, and so then you get the information, you take it home, and within 3 days, you say, you know what, I'm gonna join the military.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so what happens after that? Because you still have to finish your senior year, right? Or how does that go?
So how that worked, right? So the day this is the crazy part. So the day we got released from our junior year in high school, right? The day after I shipped off on the bus to go to boot camp, I went to boot camp. So while everybody had the freedom doing that summer, I crawled through the mud, ran, jumped, barbed wires, all that. I did that throughout my summer between my junior year and my senior year in high school. It's called split outs. You can do that, yeah. But you got to
Okay.
get parents to sign off. You can do it as a 17-year-old and go in. So what happened was, so you do your boot camp version, right? You got two versions of your training in the Army. You got a version called BCT, is basic combat training, and then you have another version called AIT, which is advanced individual training.
Okay.
So between that time frame of my junior year and my senior year, I got the chance to do my BCT, which is my basic combat training, which is boot
Mhm.
camp. So it was 9 weeks ish, somewhere in that time frame. So I shipped off the day after we got released from school. So my whole summer, which was what I said was summer camp, was actually boot camp for that time frame between my junior year and my senior year. So I went to boot camp, and I came back to the brand new school that we got built, fresh out of boot camp with the whole cut and all that in between. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you do that, okay, wow, I did not know that. So when you come back to school, do you not do any more things with the Army until that summer,
Yeah,
or you have to do like
that's
weekends?
when you're on a reserve status or whatever when you're in high
Okay,
school. So you do your senior year in high school. You do your senior in high school, and once a month you'll do a drill. You'll do a drill. So
okay,
you do a weekend out of the month, and 2 weeks of the year is been a
yeah,
long time. But that's the thing. It's like once a month you have a weekend drill. So we kept you on a status for that whole year. Even in your senior year in high school, you still got the military. You still get 1 year served in the military on a reserve status now. Even if
wow,
you're in high school. So I got 4 years in the military. I started when I was 17. I got out actually before I turned 21. So,
okay,
but the thing is like I was on a reserve status before, so where they put me in a position that I got some time in my career started while I was in high school.
wow,
So once I finished my senior year out, I went out and finished the rest of my training, which was AIT, which is Advanced Individual Training, which they teach you how to do the job that you're about to walk into. You got the boot camp version out the way, go back to your senior in high school, and then you start the part where you're going to be the job that you're going to go into. They're going to teach you how to do it. So
okay,
that's what I did. Yeah.
wow, wow. Okay, so and when you graduate high school, where did your so where was your boot camp at first? Was it Fort
Oh
Jackson?
man, I got the shout out. No, I didn't. I didn't go to Relaxing Jackson. I didn't go to Relaxing Jackson. I went to Fort Benning, Georgia, baby. Shout out to the Rock and Martin, baby. Y'all know what it is. You
Okay.
know what it is. Yeah.
Okay, so when you graduated high school, well, after you finished your senior year, you went back to Fort Benning or you went to Fort
No,
Jackson State?
I went to Fort Lee, Virginia. Fort Lee,
Okay,
Virginia after that, yes.
and so how was that experience? How was okay? So even with that, you still getting I guess when you go to Virginia, you still getting to travel, I guess. So
Yeah.
how was that experience? Like even being
Okay.
able to move around.
All right. Going from Fort Benning, Georgia, we was on Sand Hill, which they call it Sand Hill. So it was an experience, man. Like you went from it was a part of IFTX. It was a journey. It's a road called the Stairway to Heaven. It was pretty much a vertical hill that went straight up for about a mile. And once you got up to the top of that, you just wish you was dead, man. That's what they call it, the Stairway to Heaven. And then there was just the halfway point. You see where you need to go to, and you just got to keep going. But going from that, and once you get to the end of that, you graduated. They claim you a soldier, and they sing the "You Are American" songs, this and that songs, whatever. But
Mm.
going from that standpoint to going to Fort Lee, Virginia was like college, man. Like minute you go do your work out in the morning, then it's just you go to school all day, and you get released 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Chill out, clean your room up, clean your room up. Do all that stuff, get that done. You can chill. The rest of the time was yours, man. So parties
So
on the weekends, they was always real. So
I got you, but so you in Virginia. So what part of Virginia this was again? What part of Virginia?
I was at Fort Lee, Virginia. It was I think that's Richmond.
Okay. I know exactly what that. So how long did you stay? How long did you actually stay in Richmond, Virginia?
But it was like 14 weeks.
14 weeks.
A little bit
Okay, like
longer.
2 months.
It was
A little
maybe
over 2 months.
3.5, 4 months, something like that. Quick, take my math if I'm wrong. But, yeah.
Okay. It, I'm pretty sure that the audience, they get the gist of it.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you do that. So because at this time, this is '06,
It's 2005, bro.
2005 still, yeah, because we all graduated 2005. Matter of fact, hey, Don Teresa came up in here. Don Teresa, we were telling how you
I'm
play
at,
Killer Man. Shout out to Don Trees.
And that was the biggest, fastest dude I ever knew, bro. Hey, that big boy can run, boy.
Shout out Don Trees.
Yeah,
Okay, so at this time, so I got a question too. So I'm gonna back up a little bit. So when you actually joined the military, did you already have your mind set like, okay, I know I'm gonna join it after the whole fact of the Wilma, we have to talk about this, buddy.
yeah, we talk about that, bro.
So after the whole you joined the military, did you already know that? Okay, well I know this is kind of like, cause I guess we say wartime. You already know that I'm gonna end up going to Kuwait. I know I got to do my time over there. You already knew that off the rip.
I
Are
mean,
you
you
still
know,
want so?
eventually, you know, it was a time when we was really at war, man, and deployment was inevitable. Man. It's gonna happen regardless.
Okay,
It's gonna happen, but that didn't deter me from why I joined though. Why I
okay.
said,
Of course you did. Okay, so you went. So how long was it from? After Virginia, did you get deployed, after Virginia you got to stay in the States a little longer and go somewhere else?
I stayed in the States a little bit longer, man. Actually, the day I graduated from Virginia, I mean from AIT, that was the day that shit, man, I hate to talk about it, man. Katrina Hurricane Katrina hit, man. So it was a friend of mine that I was in training with. Her name was LaJoy Joe. She's married name, but I always call her Joe. So, but she was from there, and her area got kind of tore off a little bit or whatever. Mike went down there, and we helped out or whatever. But that was like my first mission. Like even coming out of training, it was like pretty much checking in with my young visit, pack your bag, don't even unpack your shit, let's go. So that
Wow.
was so that was the first one, man.
Okay, cause Katrina. So how long did you? Cause that's a whole. Cause I remember when that happened. Cause that was a whole scene. Well, people realize when Katrina hit, I remember even in Orangeburg. Cause what they did was, cause people don't realize how bad Mississippi got messed up during Katrina also.
Mm-hmm.
And the other parts of Louisiana, 'cause a lot of some of those people, we have buses up here on 26 from they because they didn't have no more places to go, so they even came to Orangeburg and Charleston and Columbia also. So
Yeah.
I guess states kind of came together and like, okay, we'll take X amount, we'll take X amount, we'll take X amount. Okay, so you did that, so that was like your first mission, like even though it's in the states, but that's the first mission, like okay, like this is the go take X amount of people, get it from point A to point B. So after that, like, okay, I can do this, or it really was kind of more so like,
I mean, I was locked in already, man. Like
okay,
it wasn't nothing else. Like I was ready to go. Like I mean, I did what I had to do. I was drawn to what I was ready to serve. That was my purpose.
okay,
So that was
okay,
it. Yeah.
okay. So you did that. And salute you, brother, because those people actually need a lot of help. 'Cause a lot of things happen down there.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so you do that. So at what point did you actually get deployed? And how long?
I
What
deployed
point?
in 2007 to
Okay.
Afghanistan.
So what part? Because I realized because I had a lot of partners who serve over there too. So but this one I guess I call it my ignorance. I didn't realize that it was like everybody didn't go to the same place. Like some people went to Kuwait, some people went to not Qatar, not Qatar, but it is all these other.
This is like a Qatar is like an honor play, man. I'm
Okay,
not gonna go too much into that. I ain't gonna give it up.
okay, I got you. Yeah, everybody went different places.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you go over there. So I got a question because I know a lot of people from when you went to like now. I know some people who's doing being contract. They said now you go over there, they dang near now where the part where everything happened at, and then it's like the states. They got McDonald's, Applebee's, blah, 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 blah.
I mean, okay, back in the day, we always had anywhere you went, it was a Burger King, it was a
Uh-huh.
KFC, and a Pizza Hut. Bro, we did not want that food, man. I mean, shout out to all of them. But it's like it's so American. That was so Americanized. It was like, come on, bro. We over here. Let's eat something different, bro. Even like,
Yeah.
So you eat that back at home. Why we trying to eat that here? But, yeah.
That's get something else that we can't get on the norm.
Come on, man. So yeah.
Okay, so that's good. Okay, so you go over there, or you're doing your time. So that's skip to, and also let me tell you something, guys. Today, if you guys, Dante, sit back for a second. If you guys look on Dante's chest, he has a purple heart. For those who know what a purple heart is, that means he was Well, Dante, I'm gonna let you explain. I'm gonna let you explain to people what a purple heart is because I don't want to butcher it up.
Receiving the Purple Heart is actually taking a wound in combat or receiving wounds in combat, and that's pretty much what it is. Sacrifices you make for your country. If you bleed for your country, you take a wound for your country. You receive pretty much the Purple Heart. Yeah. So
And man, and there's the people, and we want to salute you that because today, because you guys can look on Dante. Today is actually the day is the 14-year anniversary, if I'm correct.
there's the 14th anniversary since I took my injury. So I'm blessed to be here to sit here and talk to y'all about that. Actually, like I said, at this day 14 years ago, 2007, I took an injury in Afghanistan that altered a lot of things in my life. Well, it actually ended my career. So, but I guess we're gonna get into that. So
No,
yeah,
it's on you. You said you don't want to get into that.
I said we're gonna get into it. I guess.
Okay. So we get to so 14 years ago today, and it's a blessing because he picked it. Hey guys, I believe in.
It's fine. Yeah.
Hey guys, I believe in when the universe work things out for this day. We picking this day, me reaching out to Dante, because you guys will know this is not an interview that was just said this week. This interview was said all the way beginning of last month, in October. We talked about this.
Yeah.
So we want to salute our veterans, guys. If you know veterans, guys, that's salute them because they do something that a lot of us won't do, afraid to do, scared to do, whatever you want to call it. We're not doing it, and those guys are actually doing it. They ain't talking about it; they're actually living it. In my opinion, I don't think they get the respect they deserve when they come back. But we're gonna say that for later. That's just my opinion. I think they should be treated way better than what a lot of them are. Okay, so I'll let you talk about when you're over there and this day 14 years ago. I'll let you describe that experience to do whatever degree that you want to describe that day.
I mean, okay, like when I was there, man, I didn't initially go over there to, I was in logistics or whatever. So the first 2 months that I was there, I was working in the warehouse, just day-to-day transactions, just like shipping parts across the country,
Mm-hmm.
make people got what they needed or whatever. But then there was a meeting one night. They said that you had some people getting shipped down range, and my name came up in the ballot.
Okay.
So I continued to lie to my mother, be honest with you, tell her I was still working in the warehouse the whole time I was there, even though I got shipped down range where the fighting was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So my job over there was to train the Afghan army and the Afghan police. So that's what I did day in and day out, 6 days out the week. I was out there doing hand-to-hand combat training, showing them how to shoot weapons, clean the weapons, uh, how to do police conduct checks, this and that, the third. Stuff in between when they go on a mission or a raid or whatever, I was there. If it was going in to kick in doors or to arrest someone, I was there. That's what we did.
Mm-hmm.
But during the whole time of that frame or whatever, I always told my mother I was in a warehouse shipping out parts all across.
Wow.
I never let her know what I was doing. I didn't want her to have that burden or that stress going on with her. So I continued to lie. I don't know if I say I regret lying to my mother. Don't get me wrong. But I just didn't want her to bear that blunt of that stress. So yeah, I had
Wow.
to about that. I just told him, just keep it simple. This is what I'm doing. So
We definitely understand that because sometimes
I
as
got
we
to realize what's going on right now.
huh?
I got a robot voice going on right now with you.
No, you actually good because it did the same thing earlier, but you actually good though because it did the same thing to me earlier, and I thought you had a robot voice going on, but you actually good. You just let it go, but we understand that because I guess sometimes when it comes to mothers, sometimes we got to do even though they don't understand that we doing what's best for them because we understand how mamas is because no matter I don't care if you're 75 years old to your mama, you still her baby. They don't care about none of that.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, so you go, you're training them. So then you had thought you thought you had a robot voice. So you're training them.
Yeah, you still sound like a robot, bro.
Shoot. We're gonna let this thing clear up. Oh man, this sometimes. Hey guys, if you're sitting in here, yeah, you guys, if you're sitting in here, appreciate it, Chris. Chris Pills on the check-in, or all right, Chris Pills on the check-in, or old Bowman quarterback, DJ Boo Boo is DJ Boo Boo, right, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Chris. Chris Pills in the comments. Hit him up for all your DJ needs. Dog be killing it up. Um, okay, so now, you back good. So now you can continue with the story.
But yeah, but yeah, I trained the Afghan army, the Afghan police,
Uh-huh.
and we did our message. We handled what we had to do, whatever.
Uh-huh.
But it was just one particular day or whatever, and this is the nitty gritty, really. Just
Okay.
long story short, but just one day out, typical mission, just training, typical training day, and I was long day, man, and we was on our way back out, and we pretty much rolled over. They set up pretty much an ambush on us or whatever.
I got you. I understand.
Rode over a couple bombs or whatever. I was a gunner, and
Okay.
like, your Humvee, say your sunroof in your car, I stopped with a gun.
Yeah.
And we rolled over a bomb, and it ejected me from the vehicle, and I landed on my head, and
Mm-hmm.
things happen from there. From the injuries or whatever I took from it, I lost some of my vision, hearing, a couple other things. I'm not gonna go into that stuff, but
I got you. I got you.
I took some severe injuries from that, and that pretty much ended my military career.
Okay.
So
But we want to thank God that you still here to talk about it.
yeah, that's the blessing in it. It's
Yeah.
14 years to the day that it happened, and
Yes.
it's still hard to tell that story, man. But the blessing is I can sit here and tell it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't have anyone else to tell it for me. I can tell you. I can tell you myself.
I,
So
I definitely get it. And anybody who knows, because see, I understand. That's why I say take your time because I actually have. I'm looking at a picture right now of my father shaking Marvin Senior shaking hands with Ronald Reagan because he actually was in the Beirut bombing when he was in the building with they blew it up and he had to sit up on the rubber for like a few days and his story is my God let me see if I'm 34 so I got to be 38 years 37 38 years old and sometimes I can still see what it does to him so like I said stuff like that we don't understand what our veterans go through just for our freedom, you know what I'm saying, and protecting people. So I'm glad you made it through that, and I'm glad I ain't glad, bro. I'm glad you here to tell the story
yeah,
on this side.
yeah.
So from there, so when that happened, how many years you already have in?
That was actually me going on four.
Okay,
That's me going on my fourth. Like it was a career. It was pretty much I was damaged goods at the end of the day with that. So you know what I mean? It was
okay,
like that was the term they used, damaged goods. But
okay.
it was your career is done. We're gonna see you through the process. I mean, we're gonna see you through the whole process, the process you had in the military or whatever. And I got out. Things could have been done better, but it was the circumstances that was going on. It was a lot of stuff going on during that time. It's just you
As far
can
as you or far as just the military period?
it's just the military period. Like even
Okay.
processing in and out. I had no intentions on getting out of the military even after my injuries. Like I
Okay.
got hurt or whatever. Once I was in the hospital, they told me this and that and third. I'm just looking at recovery. Like, yo, send me back out to my team, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm at with it. Like, send me through the hospital, let me know what's going on, and let me get back to my team. Like, I'm not really trying to be out here like that. I was trying to
Hmm.
be a lifer. I would have still been in right now. That was my whole. Once I left football, like the military was everything, bro. That
Gotcha.
was it. So once they told me I was damaged goods and you're not going back, it was like what? Excuse my French. What the fuck else? What do you
Yeah.
mean? My team's still out there. They still need me. Like this
Hmm.
guy got hurt. Like it's just like football. Just you got hurt, bro. Yo, if you can suck it up, get your ass up and get back out on the field. And that was my mentality with this whole stuff. Like my team need me, dog. If I'm not out there with them, who's gonna watch their back? So,
Correct.
like that was that, man. So I needed to be there, and for them to tell me I couldn't go back to do that, that hurt me more than anything. You know what I mean? So, my me even receiving my Purple Heart for my injuries or whatever, it wasn't for me. That medal's not for me, man. It's for my
Hmm.
it's for my family. Me personally, it's the medal that I hate more than them all. The ones that I have. It's the least one that I like more than them
Wow.
all, to be honest
Wow.
with you. And to be honest with you, explain that is the fact that because it feels like, say you got snuck in the club. I'm gonna break it down
Uh
in language terms. Say
huh.
somebody snuck you in the club, right? Knock you completely the fuck out.
Uh huh.
Your homeboys took care of it for you, but you wanted some action, but you can never get back to it. So my highest military achievement was me getting snuck in the club.
Bro,
So
bro, that's a perfect analogy. Cause I think everybody get it. When you spend a day, everybody get it.
I got snuck in the club, bro. You know what I mean? And I couldn't get back, and I wanted that back. You can take that from me, but they took it
Yeah.
from me. They gave me the opportunity to redeem myself, and
Gotcha.
and just to go home, to sit down and just, and then my team still out there getting it. That was different, bro. I couldn't sit down, and I went through some shit because of that, man. Because I knew my team was out, and I was sitting my ass on the couch.
Hmm.
Recovery, like in the hospital. I did 4 months in the hospital, man. Once I got home, my team was still out there, but I'm
Yeah.
still on the fucking couch, bro.
Wow. Bro, you did 4 months of recovery? Wow.
I was in different hospitals from different countries for fucking months, man. So, long story, Germany. I was in Ramstein, Bagram, St. Andrews, Eisenhower, and what's that? Fort Gordon. I got, Fort Gordon. So it was moving around from Mississippi and everything, man. It was a lot of shit.
That's great. Okay, so hey, hey, Chris say, man, that ain't true. He said, bro, he said you an MF for trooper, big dog. Shout out, Boo Boo. Shout out,
Absolutely.
Chris. Okay, so all right, so you get back, you in the States, you dealing with what's going on now. You like, I can't go back, but God always have different plans for us. So what's going on from there? How do we get from there until you say, you know what, I want to be a chef? Did you already have a love for cooking, or this is like something that just came out of nowhere?
Bro, from coming home from the military, cooking, chef, that was not even in my forefront. I never even thought about that. That wasn't it, bro. Like
Okay,
it was from me getting out of the military and me becoming a chef, it was a whole life that happened in between that time frame, bro. Like it was some other stuff going on between that time frame that had nothing to do with cooking. It was
okay,
like I said, it was a 4 year stretch, dog, that I sat down and did absolutely nothing. And I said nothing, nothing. Like I put on 90 pounds, bro. I was like 325. Like tying my shoes, I had to suck in my stomach and hold my breath. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was to that point, bro. But I was even at that point, I was pre-diabetic. Like it was, I was in a time, I was in a sunken place.
Yeah.
I was in a sunken place that I was just trying to regain myself. And then I just one day it clicked, bro, and I just went to work out. I ordered the P90X, bro. I lost 70 pounds in 3 months. And I kept pushing. I got down to like my high school weight again. I was back to 325 to 235 within 3.5 months, bro. So it's like I kind of kept that juice, man, and
Yeah.
kept going or whatever. And you know, it was beneficial. Like even the
Yeah.
the health problems cleared up. Things got better, man. So
Okay. 'Cause I remember the first time I seen you. I remember the first time. Man, my God, this before my son was born. So this got to be my son was born in 2014. So this probably got to be, I don't know, maybe 2011, 2012. My first time seeing you back was at the YMCA. You was coming there to work out. The
yeah,
Y the, at the YMCA. Then and you well, even then we had a little you tell me a little gist of what had happened. We did a little quick catching up. Because at that time I ain't seen you, but I ain't seen nobody in a while.
yeah, it's
I,
been a long time.
I, I said out of all the places I'm running to at the YMCA because I was going to work out. I think you was about to work out, leaving work out, something like that. Okay, so and I think you should lose that weight because you put on because really you're not supposed to be 325. So your body probably was like, let's get this stuff up off us because this not even your I call it walk around weight. Your body like no, this ain't this just this sitting weight. So
Yeah,
you get there. So then I got a question. So did doing the P90X, did I also like awaken the inner you? Did it also help mentally? Like,
man. Let me tell you something, bro. Like I used to get up in the morning and run 4 miles before I did the P90X. Cause I used to wait on my partner to do it with me. It's always good to have a partner to work out with.
yeah.
Keith Bird, my dude. My dude, love to do it to death. It's his birthday today too. Shout him out, man. Keith Bird.
Oh, so,
Yeah.
hey, what's up, bro? Hey, you guys seen it? Hey, me and my boy, hey, we did a throwback picture from fifth
Mm-hmm.
grade. And now, shout out Keith Bird.
Yeah, it's his birthday today, man. But he's come over to do the workout with me or whatever, man. But he had to put kids on the bus,
Yeah.
so it took a little time. I had to wait on him, so I went to go knock out my 4 miles in the morning. And so when he came in, we go ahead and knock the P90X out or whatever. Go to Applebee's, super sandwich. You know what I'm saying? And then, maybe that evening I might knock out 2 more miles. So that was a continuous thing that I did on a day-to-day basis or whatever.
That's
So
good.
just had the juice, had the bug, just that workout bug. I wish I could get back now. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. But yeah. But yeah, what I mean? It's just, once you find something you like to do, man, you put your energy into it. So yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so you just get back flowing. So did you try a different kind of career path or hobby before you went into the before you decided to be a chef?
Nah, I actually got out, man. I actually moved to North Charleston, and Trident Tech was down the street from my place or whatever. And I stayed in Charleston maybe 2 years before I went to school, North Charleston or whatever. And I kind of got annoyed at the house one day. I just went and enrolled in school because I just rather not, yeah, whatever.
I got you. I got
Yeah,
you. I
I
got
went
you.
and enrolled in school and looked for a coloring class, man. Like, what kind of coloring book class I got? They just said, we don't do that here. So I took up culinary arts. I picked that, and I found a passion for it, man. It was just something that really I locked into. You know what I mean? It was something that I actually took it just to get out the house and just not to sit around all day and just
I got you.
yeah.
All the men up, hey bro, we all got you. You ain't gotta sit no more. We all ready them lines. Those some big lines we already in between.
You already fucking know. Give a drink. But yeah.
Okay, so you gonna try that. She said we don't take those she said we don't have those kind of classes here, so then what's your next move after that?
Like I said, I took up culinary arts or whatever, and I like cooking. I like good food, so I like to prepare good food. And And then I had PTSD or whatever from the incidents from me being in the military. So
Okay.
I used my GI Bill from me being in the military, which they paid for my school.
As
So
they should.
I'm gonna talk to you about that too. If you served in the military, use your Montgomery GI Bill. They call it the Forever GI Bill right now. You can use that and pay for any school that you go to, trade school, and it will put money in your pockets. They'll pay for your. I sound like a whole infomercial right now. But and it will pay for your livelihood, like your BAH. They will pay for your rent, your light bill, this and that, third. So I took advantage of that.
You should.
I took advantage of it. So me paying my rent at the time and the water bill and everything, I just paid that out of the check that they sent me. But at the end of the day, I found something else within that I could use personally for me. And so I actually went back to school for therapy for myself.
Wow.
To integrate myself back into society and start talking to people and being around people. Because when I put on all that weight, what I did was crawl up into a cave and went to die, bro. Because it's like I isolated myself from people. I didn't want to be around people because of me being hurt, what happened to me and being in crowds or whatever. So what I did was I sat back into my own cave and stayed. And if you can't come into my area to hurt me, that's what it was, and that's what I did. But so I went back to school to actually reintegrate myself back into society, to start
Wow.
talking to people, and start doing a day-to-day therapy instead of seeing a doctor 2 months or 2 days out of the
Yeah.
fucking month. You get what I'm saying? So I made it a day-to-day thing for me to actually
Interact with people.
interact with people on a day-to-day basis from
Hmm.
this experience to that experience, because everything in life is random if you just don't know what's going on. So that's what it was, man. That's one thing I did with school, uh, for myself personally.
So for you, it ended up being like a double blessing. You was
That's
able to
what
work on yourself, work on your pretty much
my craft.
pretty much people skill. Like you said, you got to get
Yeah.
back integrated into society, and then also you learning a trade or something that you already love to do. Now you learn the skill set
Yes,
for
sir.
that trade.
Mm-hmm.
And so you actually finished. You actually graduated from Trident. You actually got everything finished.
Ish.
I got you. I got you. I got you.
Yes.
I got you.
Ish.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you good, man.
I got you. Okay. So we do that. So at what point so you doing that? So because I know at this point I'm hopefully the government has done their job and they take care of you as they should.
Before,
So when you finish cooking, do you say is your thoughts of I want to do my own catering service, or I want to work at a restaurant and work my way up into a nicer restaurant, and just climb the ladder, or what's your goals at that point, as far as being a chef?
I mean, it's pretty much, of course, the goal is never to work for anyone. It's always to
Of
own
course.
and pass down from generation to the next. So me personally, like, with me, yeah, I'm not working for anyone. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I will work with people, but I won't work for anyone. So if
Okay.
we have to do events and this and that, but me personally, I got some things, some irons in the fire. I'm not gonna really talk too much about it,
As you shouldn't.
but I got some irons in the fire, some things that's growing up, and just wait on me, obviously. So, but chosen cuisines will be in everyone's home. Believe me.
There you
Just
go.
wait on me,
So I had a question. So then now, so that this one, I think that all things work together for itself. So I got a question. So do you believe if you never put on all that weight, probably everything for real, if you never put on that weight, do you think that you would still had been led? Or no, not the weight because people weight part is different. That's it is. If you think you didn't have to get out the house to clear your head, you think you still would have been a chef right now if you wouldn't have had to get out the house to just to clear your head. You think you still would have been a chef?
Oh no, because it's a. I was sitting on my balcony when I just said fuck. I
Hmm.
was sitting on my balcony when I said F it. I seen a black car. It was a Toyota. Pulled into my driveway, and I knew the car. Believe me, I knew who was in it. And I just said I didn't want to talk to that person today. I didn't want to be around that person today. After that, I'm getting in my car while they coming in the house. I bring them to the school. Enroll me. I need something to do. I do not want to talk to these people. And that's what happened, bro. I'm telling you, God, I was true, bro. That's what happened. That's what made me a chef, bro. Hey, bro, God working mysterious ways, bro.
Hey, let me tell you something, bro. It be the smallest, it be the smallest situations that sometimes, man, you should. Sometimes you just happen to stumble into things. Okay, so now because everybody know, and I'm about to say that he hasn't said this, but um also, I don't know if I'm out of line. If you let me know if I'm out of line. Also, for your chef needs, because all his contacts will be in the this all for Facebook. All the contacts will be inside the bio. For Instagram, it'll be inside the bio below. And for YouTube, others on YouTube, all his information will be in the bio below. So if they wanted to contact you for private parties and different events, are you still doing that too?
Yes, I am.
Okay, okay. So available because let me tell you, anybody tell me anybody who I know that does things, I try to like connect the dots. If it don't work out, it don't work out. But I believe in trying to just trying to connect dots. If when all possible.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But like I say,
So you.
even with me cooking, man, like from my
Mhm.
military background, from attention to detail,
Yeah.
that's one thing I fed into my cooking. So like when I cook or whatever, I want to feed them the details. I want to feed into all five of your senses. That's one thing. That's my job.
Wow.
If I can't cater to all five of your senses, I didn't do my job.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? That's one thing with food that use all five of your senses when you eat your food, whether you know it or not. Use all. It's nothing else you can do outside of food that you use all five senses at one time.
Wow. Okay.
So it's my job to make sure that you get all five at one time, bro. So when I bring the food out to you. I want you to hear it popping and cracking and ready to go. You see it, you like, oh my goodness, this looks amazing. And then you smell it.
Hmm.
Damn. And then you get that texture and that flavor at the same time, and you have a full experience, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's my whole thing with food. But if I can't hit you with all five senses, I didn't do my job, bro. If it don't look good, I won't even serve it to you. I won't even serve it to you. Nah, so
That's what I'm talking about.
I want to hit all five senses, man. If I can't do that, I didn't do my job.
I feel. So what was your first? I don't know if I want to say job, gig, whatever word you choose to use. Well, what was your first chef gig after you felt comfortable enough to provide your service to out to the public? What was your first gig?
My first gig that I felt comfortable, what you mean?
When I say when you feel comfortable to start saying, "Hey, I'm Chef Job available for services." That's what I mean. Like, what's the first gig you did?
It's Chef Jack with no K.
Chef Jack. Why do you keep saying job?
I don't know, bro. You tell me, bro. Jack, no K, bro. But yeah.
Chef
It's
Jack.
all good, bro.
It not make sense. Jack for Jackson. I don't know why I want to keep. I don't know. But Chef
Yeah.
Jack. So, what was your first gig that somebody recommended you, or you just stumbled on, or how did the first gig happen?
I done a few gigs in between, like small gigs here and there. I
Well,
didn't.
how they find out about you? I'm saying, how did they find out the first one? How did
It
that
was
the
pretty
person
much
find out
a lot of
about you?
people through word of mouth, man. Word
Okay,
of mouth. I really wasn't on promotions or this and that. There, people just knew that I did a little bit of cooking here and there. And I talk to people saying, "Yeah, I cook a little bit or whatever." I think
okay,
what I could do. You want a party? I do a party for you, bro. You know what I mean?
okay,
Just
okay.
but then I kind of put together a chef page, an Instagram page, or whatever. It's called Chosen Cuisines, and my friend of mine, and she asked me to book. She booked me for a gig for to cook for 40 people for a weekend or whatever,
Okay.
and I knocked it out, man. Nothing. I knocked it out, and I knew from then, like, I can handle this, man. From then that there and there, it's like, bro, this is smooth sailing. I can handle this, bro.
That's
So
even the people.
yeah, and we was supposed to be 25, but ended up being 40. So yeah, man, I made up for it and made it happen. So,
Yeah, I got you. So, man, you know what? I guess that's called improv. And like football,
yeah,
somebody that's a hell of an audible. So, but did it tell you prior, like before you got there, so like getting
yeah,
food that
yeah.
it was
I knew
recorded?
going into I knew going into it. So
Okay. And you pretty much you enjoyed that experience. You was like, I can
yeah,
do this, man. I can
yeah,
lock this in.
yeah.
Okay, so
I put a cap on the number because,
okay,
but it's all good.
okay. So I got a question without revealing too much, without I don't believe in don't tell them things that you don't want told.
Mhm.
What is the end goal for what is the end goal for Chef Jack? What's the end goal?
Well, like I said, man, me personally, I'm just happy to put a smile on people's face when it comes to them tasting my food because like me being in a certain place that I've done enough damage with my hands. I think it's time for me to do some healing with my hands. So me preparing a meal for someone and them being happy and satisfied and just overjoyed with what's going on and them enjoying that experience. That's enough for me. But at the end of the day, we still gonna make things happen, man. So I'm planning on starting a restaurant pretty soon, man, and it's gonna be something that I want people to come through and enjoy an experience. I'm gonna serve an experience. Like I said, I got some irons in the fire. I don't want to talk too much about it. When it gets down to it, believe me, it's gonna be something that I want it in everyone's home, and I
Hmm.
want it's gonna be an experience that I want everyone to appreciate. And it's out for you. It'll be chosen just for you. So
Hey man, and I love it. And guys, I love the story because that's why I'm saying some things is not because if you would have let Dante write the story, Dante might be doing. If you let Dante write the story, Dante would have still been doing time in the military. But when you let the man above say, you know what, Dante, I know you love this, but I got bigger and better plans for you. Um, and he led the direction. And thank God for that black Toyota coming and you getting up out of there and going down to Trident. So all those things will work together to make the end result, which is Chef Jack. Why the hell I was saying Chef Jack for? I don't know. Maybe I was looking at the A as a O. That's what it had to be.
I don't know what you like. I don't know what you got going on with it, man. But it's all
but
good, man.
but again, like I want to say, brother, I'm glad. I'm glad. I want to salute you and thank you for being a veteran, being my homeboy. Me and this guy go back. Let me tell you a funny story about Dante. Dante, him and Keith Bird. Him and Keith Bird when I first came to Bowman. Shot them all are my homies. Them all are my homies. Man. Let me tell you something, man. One time I must have pushed Dante too hard. Dante hit me with a right. I still remember that thing. I still remember that thing from this day. But you know what's crazy though, Dante? Even from then, you know the thing I like about anybody from Bowman I can say about this. Everything on that playground, yeah, fight, help each other up. Let's go in the classroom because we were hearing up from Miss Howard or Miss Rice.
No, 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 no. Bruh, let me
About to
tell you
go in here
something.
and
Miss
everything.
Howard, oh, goodness, bro. Don't cuss in the class, bro. Don't say MFer. You gonna get a chop for every goddamn letter, bro. Dog, and
Every letter.
that was my word. I was the Dante Jackson, like the Samuel L. Jackson, bro.
Oh man, you
Motherfucker
hey.
was my word, bro. Like Stephen Prince. I say getting
Yeah.
them 6, 7. I don't know how many chops that was.
Man, and she would hit. She shout out to Miss Howard. I don't know if Miss Howard's still alive. I don't even know.
Hey, bro,
But,
bro, chill
I
out.
don't. Is she? No, no. I'm this. I'm shit. I don't know. But shout out to Miss Howard. A great. I don't know. 'Cause I see Miss Oma from time to time, so I wasn't sure. Shout out to Miss Howard. Great, great. I don't know. Was a great fifth grade teacher, and Miss Howard might have been. I'm a giver for eight. I'm a giver for eight. Cause we was all big in her, but I don't know, but was some pretty big fifth graders. We was some
Yeah,
pretty big fifth graders,
yeah,
but
we
we
were
always
little
big
boy.
on her then. But I don't want to say rest in peace. I don't know if she passed away or not. I'm not even gonna touch on that.
Chill
But
out, bro. Chill out, chill out, chill
shout out to I'm not sure. Shout out to Miss Howard. Um, shout out to Miss Howard, great teacher,
out.
great teacher. And shout out to Miss Oma. And I want to say Miss Williams for science. I want to say it was Miss Williams for science, I believe, for fifth grade. I'm not sure. But before we found out Dante, Brandon, it's been a great interview episode 73. Another Bowman alum. Hey, everybody like, yeah, all the Bowman alums coming on there. Shout out to Tierras, Wilmar. Hey, Wilmar, we gotta talk about that.
Sierra,
We're talking
yeah,
about that damn
bro.
summer camp.
Hey, my dude Juice too, man. My
Shout
guy
out Big Juice.
Juice. Big Juice, dog. Let me tell you something. I met Juice. I used to work at Lowe's, man.
Okay.
I met Juice at Lowe's, dude. That dude he was solid from day one, dog. That's my dude, man. Juice, dog. My dude,
Yeah.
bro. I'm trying to tell
Hey,
you something, but if Juice talking to you, if you don't catch nothing from that conversation, you ain't listening. I'm gonna tell you that now. I'm gonna tell you that now, bro.
everybody said this. I met him in 05, and I can't say nothing bad. Always been the same individual, always been solid, always I've seen the good and bad, but I've been shout out to Juice. You just know,
Big
but
Juice, man.
he's solid.
Juice, bro.
He's
Solid.
solid. Solid Juice. Hey, a lot of people stop by. I need to tell. A lot of people stop me by that interview too. But people want to stop me by these interviews, and I think the thing people like about this, even with Dante, because see what happened is people just see Dante. That Dante Jackson. I went to school with him. Um, that's what's your brother name? Quentin.
Quentin, yeah.
Oh, that's Quentin little brother.
Yeah, I'm Quentin little brother. I used to hate that.
Yeah. That's Quentin little brother.
Yeah,
But
that Quentin little brother. Motherfucker, my
yeah,
name.
Quentin little brother. And see, that's a little bit brother. But they don't understand the things that what got him here to here, what happened. Like, think about this. I think right now, even a lot of people from Bowman, unless they knew you was in your graduate class, I'm pretty sure they did not know why you stopped playing football. I'm pretty sure they did not know that you went your junior summer and was in a goddamn army boot camp.
Yeah.
What led you to that? How you end up being a chef, and people get to see the stories because the stories that I'm letting people tell. And shout out to Devin Randolph who's on here too. Devin interviews doing real good from Randolph Ices. Y'all go down there downtown, go check them out. People hear these stories, and you to you they're just your stories, but to somebody else, you telling your story might be the reason why the next Dante just got off the couch. Or somebody gonna say this interview to somebody like, hey, bro, I know you're going through. I know what happened to you. Hey, check this interview out. And that's gonna encourage them. And sometimes we don't understand the power of our words to encourage others. That's why I like to interview people who I know who are really making a change and really making a difference for my community. We don't got to go far off to have people making a difference. And I love it. I said, Tamika said, yes, I remember all of that, Jackson. I'm so proud of my boy.
Shout out to me,
shout out to
bro.
Tamika.
I love you. You always been solid from day one. Always.
There you go. Hey,
Solid.
that's that Bowman check-in. That's that Bowman check-in.
I love it.
Nothing but love. So Dante, before we sign out, I wanna let you have the last words. Anything you want to tell the people, make sure you shout out all your businesses. Make sure you because even I didn't know about the Instagram page, but every Dante to reach him, all his info is going to be in every description of all the links. So before we sign out, episode 74, I'm going to let Dante have the last words and tell you where you can reach him at and all this information.
Yeah, I'm Chef Jackson or Chef Jack. He call me Jac, but Chef Jack. You know, I just want to tell you, man, if it's your biggest challenger is yourself. Like, you know, the hardest person to deal with it is the person in the mirror. If you can't beat the person in the mirror, you can't beat nobody else. So my thing is just wherever you're at in life, man, just excel from it. Always look for a stepping stone to go a little bit higher and do a little bit better. Try to be a little bit better than what you was yesterday. And that's what my goal is every day. If I was this person yesterday, if I seen a flaw in it, I always want to be a little bit better than I was yesterday, so I can always continuously become a better person. And that's my biggest goal in life. But that's serving you for my country, or serving you something me. That's my goal in life. I want to be better at what I do every day. And anybody that want to reach out to me, you want to talk to me about this and that and third, if you want to learn about cooking, I do a few different things. I mentor and all, man. So it's just, I'm Chef Jac. You can hit me up on Instagram at chosen with a Z.
Okay.
_ cuisines.
And on Facebook at
Instagram. You can hit me up on Jac Honcho. That's JAC, not Jac. JAC.
It's right here. They see it. It's right here in the link.
Yeah.
Yeah, this way above. It's right here.
Yeah, right there. Jac Honcho. You can hit me up on Instagram, Jac Honcho Messenger or whatever, and you can hit me up on Instagram at Chosen Cuisines. And I respond to both of them or whatever, and we can go from there.
And let me give credit to him. This is somebody who didn't even know. Somebody asked me about the chef. I gave them a few names of people who I know personally. And the one thing they told me, they say, because they have a very thick Charleston accent, they say, "Hey, your homeboy Jac, when I hit him, he hit me right back with a response, date, time, any question they say they had, he was able to respond. Even though it didn't work out, they said it was so professional. Every question that they had, you answered in a timely manner."
Yeah, of course.
And they said they're very appreciative of that. And it made me feel good. I'm like, well, I'm glad I told them about my dog, because they're like, well, even though I can't use it for this, I sure gonna remember that, because the response time and the word, I guess the best word would be professionalism.
Of course.
That's the best word, professionalism.
Yeah, believe me, I value my time, so I won't waste nobody else's time, bro. That's it. I work for my time. I enjoy myself for that time. I just got off vacation. I came back here, slid on back in for this interview. But
And he did that, and I appreciate it. Hey guys, when I say he first off vacation, I'm pretty sure that vacation's still on. But that's going with learning, and I'm learning that too. Even in my older days, sometimes things happen in life, and we got to learn to enjoy ourselves.
of course, you got to take some time out for yourself. Believe me, you shouldn't work hard and not enjoy yourself, bro. Like I work to play. I work to play, bro. And when I play, I play hard. Believe that. You better believe that. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm Chef Jac, man, and Chosen Cuisines, clean hands, clean food, clean hands make clean food, baby. You know what I mean? That's me.
That's right, guys. And again, I want to thank you for tuning in to episode 74. We keep this thing going, keep this thing moving. I'm bringing y'all what y'all like. Hey, you guys make sure you like, share, comment, tag. Let me know what you guys think. Leave comments in the post. Let me know what you guys think. Let's keep it moving. You guys see what the movement is? We going real people, real stories, real motivation, and we're doing it for everybody. I said we're doing it for Orangeburg County. We're doing it for the state. We're doing it for everybody. I'm just shining a light on the people who that I believe that story should be told. That's all I got to say about that, guys. This is Marvin from Marvin Sports and Life. Interview 74 with Chef Jac. And we out, guys. You guys enjoy yourselves.
Hey, check this out. My shirt about a sandwich away from being over with, though.
What?
By one more sandwich, this thing over with, bro. You be good, y'all.
All right, bro. Hey, we signing out.